Mhm. Okay, the time is 5:10. Um, Call to order. Do we have Mayor,
Present.
District 1, District 2,
Present.
okay, District 3,
Present.
and District 4? Okay, Mayor, you have a quorum to begin.
Welcome to the North Miami Youth Council meeting. Today is May 16th, 2023. It is 5:10 p.m. First, I'd like to stand and remain standing as we begin our meeting with a Pledge of Allegiance and an invocation recited by Patricia Levasseur.
Right hand on your chest. I pledge allegiance to the flag of the United States of America and to its republic for which it stands, one nation, under God, indivisible, with liberty and justice for all. Please remain standing for evocation. Lord God, I want to thank you for allowing us to see this blessed day. I ask that you watch over this council as they proceed over items to discuss today that will impact the lives of the youth in our community. I ask that you guide them and you keep them safe in their decision making, and that whatever decision that they make today, that they're okay with it. In Jesus' name we pray, amen.
Okay. There are two special presentations for today's agenda. I'd like to start by introducing Varitza Kutskovsky with the FIU ETS Summer Academy program.
Good afternoon, evening, good evening.
Good evening.
My name is Varitza Kostovsky, and I am the program director for the Educational Talent Search Program at the FIU Biscayne Bay campus. The Educational Talent Search Program is a grant funded by the U.S. Department of Education. It is part of the TRIO programs. You've heard of Upward Bound? That is also a TRIO program. So we are also a pre-college program. What is different between Upward Bound, since it's something that everybody has heard about, and the Educational Talent Search Program, is that Upward Bound is very rigid, and you have to go to all of the events, all of the things that they have. The Educational Talent Search is meant to be more of a resource, so we provide resources to our students and the community at large. I have a flyer here that I will leave flyers for, and we do have target schools that we would like the students to come from. JFK Middle School, North Dade Middle School, Norland Middle School, North Miami Middle School, Miami Central Senior, North Miami Beach Senior, and North Miami Senior High Schools. Some of them are not in the North Miami area, but those are our target schools. What do? We provide services and academic advising, assistance with class selection, career and college information, SAT, ACT prep. We have a Saturday Academy for our middle and high school students. It's open, it's free for any student that would like to come to get tutoring in math, science, reading, and SAT, ACT prep. And we also have field trips as well. Right now, I am advertising our Summer Academy. We have a Summer Academy coming up at the FIU Biscayne Bay campus. We still have spots for students in middle and high school who would like to participate. It's an academic Summer Academy, math, science, reading, and for the high schoolers, SAT and ACT prep, as well as some field trips. It's all free of charge for the families because we are a U.S. Department of Education grant. So it is covered. All lunch, the buses, everything is covered. We don't provide transportation to and from the university. That's the only thing we don't provide. Motivational presentations, financial aid workshops, and academic tutoring. We also, in our schools, in our target schools, we will be having presentations for the students in college and career readiness, as well as any other topic that is needed at the schools. We are part of SAS, which is Student Access and Success. Have you heard of the FIU Golden Scholars Program? That's SAS. That's under our umbrella. So we have SAS has the TRIO programs, most of the TRIO programs, as well as other pre-college and collegiate programs at the university. Our program, the Educational Talent Search Program, is at the FIU Biscayne Bay campus. So all the programming is done at the Biscayne Bay campus, which is across the street, literally. In addition to that, we also are having a resource fair this weekend on Saturday from 9:30 to 1. So our resource fair is going to have a lot of community resources around the North Miami and North Miami Beach area, as well as presentations. So continual presentations that are also going to happen at the same time as the resource fair. Lunch is provided, and you'll be able to hear from first-generation college students that are going through the process of graduating high school, coming to FIU undergraduate, and also students who want to continue on to get a master's degree or do research, which is another TRIO program as well, the McNair, which is the jacket that I'm wearing, the McNair program. During this resource fair, the presentations are attention overwhelmed parents. So it is a parent workshop. We have a workshop to build social empathy. We have a workshop exploring my career path coming from our mental health division at FIU. So it's not these are these are majors and these are careers. It's more of a how to find something that you love to do and find a profession and a career. So that's happening this Saturday. It is open to the public from 9:30 to 1 p.m. Everyone here is welcome to attend our resource fair. Please come join us. I would also like to say that because we are TRIO, we are a federal grant. You do not have to apply to FIU in order to be part of our program. And although we have target schools, we also assist students in the community. Our target population is first generation college students, which means that your parents did not attend college, as well as low income. So most of our students, based on the income levels, must be low income first generation students. And what that means is that the person that you live with the most, your mom or your dad, the person that you live with the most did not graduate from a university, so 4 years. So maybe you live with your mom and your dad graduated a university, but you live with your mom. You are a first generation college student, potential first generation college student. I've talked about the summer program. I've talked about our program. We have our applications are on the website. So if you'd like to apply, both applications are on the website for you to be an ETS student. ETS is Educational Talent Search, and our summer program and our resource fair. Any questions?
You said you'll be leaving flyers for us?
Yes, I have flyers that you may pass around. We still have spots for our summer academy, which would be great. We want to fill. We only have 100 spots. Our program fits 500 students, which is why it's so different from Upward Bound, because it's a lot more. It's a lot bigger, and we provide resources. We have computers. We have a whole suite at FIU BBC with computers where you can come and print. If you need to do your FAFSA, we help you with that. If you need to do a college applications, essays, academic advising, career advising. So we provide all of those services for our students, our ETS students. So it's a great program. It's a great resource. We've been at FIU since 2002, so it's been a minute.
My question actually is, in terms of students, we have students who live in North Miami, but they attend magnet programs, honor programs in other communities. Are they able to apply?
They are eligible to apply. We do have the restriction of having most of our students be first generation low income students. And we target our target schools. However, we are also open to the students that are in need of tutoring or programs. So we have priority for our ETS students for the summer program. but we always have open spots. So if a student comes from the iPrep North or Mast Academy, then, or ATM, we are able to also assist them. Just because we do have 500 students in our program, but not all 500 students come to everything. So we always have space. We always have space. And once you're in the trio, you're always in trio. So maybe a middle school student started out at North Miami Middle School, but didn't go to North Miami Senior. They went to Mast Academy or they went to ATM. They're still our student. So we are still able to provide resources, and they're able to come to our program, Saturday Academy, tutoring, all of it. We provide the SAT books. We have a teacher who teaches SAT and ACT. We have a teacher. We have teachers who provide the services, the tutoring. Yeah.
For the event that's happening this Saturday, 9:30 to 1, that's for middle school and high school, correct?
Yes, it's an open event. So students from kindergarten to 12th grade, college students are able to participate. Parents, we want to engage the community, the North Miami Beach community. We want to engage the community. The event is called It Takes a Village. So my thought was, let's bring the village to my FIU Biscayne Bay campus so that the people that come, kindergarten through 12th grade. So if you want to bring your little brothers and little sisters and your cousins and your nephews and your grandmas, everybody can come and learn, and also attend the workshops, because the workshops I think are going to be really great as well. Yes, we have all of those things. We have a Instagram, we have a Facebook, we have a Twitter, educational talent search, and our website is on all the flyers. We are part of SAS, which is Student Access and Success.fiu.edu/ETS. And you'll find more information on that website. And then you'll see applications, and you'll see this flyer. So this flyer is to apply to the program. So you must apply to the program first, and then this flyer, you'll see a picture of this flyer to apply to the Summer Academy. So you'll know which one you are applying to.
For the event on Saturday, do you
Yes.
need to register, or is it you just show?
It's an open event, so you can just show up. Yeah, show up, and if you don't want to stay for the whole thing, you don't have to. Maybe you come and you go and you get some resources, and you go to the social empathy workshop, and then you gotta go because you have something else to do. Totally okay. Yeah. It starts at 9:30, and it's gonna go until about 1:45. Yeah, the resource fair is going to end at 1, because at 1 we have the panel with the students. So we want everybody to go and hear the students and how they've transitioned from high school to college and then onward to graduate school. Yes.
Well, it was lovely having you and hearing you speak. It's an amazing program. I love seeing programs made for FGLI students, and that they're bridging gaps for accessibility, especially ACT and SAT. I feel like the whole council has expressed how we'd like to see more resources in the community for that. So thank
Yeah.
you so much. Yeah.
You're very welcome. I'll leave some flyers. My extension is on all the flyers, which is 919-4225. So if you have any questions, you can always call me. My email is also on the website, so you can always also send me an email. I check all of the social media stuff as well. So if you want to send me a DM or whatever. I also check those. Not super constant because we're kind of short staffed right now, but I also check those as well. And yes, and during the school year, we have the Saturday Academy. So Saturday, every other Saturday, middle and high school students can come and get tutoring. We provide lunch, and for the high school, we have the SAT, ACT tutoring every Saturday. We have the books, we have the teacher, so you can come and get some tutoring as well. Thank you so much.
Thank you.
Thank you.
Thank you so much. So now we have a second presentation. Madam Interim Director. Okay.
No.
Okay. So, Madam Clerk, do you have any additions to the agenda?
Okay, consent agenda. Unless a member of the youth council wishes to remove a specific item from the portion of the agenda, tab A constitutes the consent agenda. This item is self-explanatory and is not expected to require additional review or discussion. This item will be recorded as individually numbered, adopted unanimously by the following motion, that the consent agenda comprised of tab A be adopted.
Okay, let's begin today's meeting with tab A.
Approval of minutes. Okay, first discussion item, tab B, wrap up discussion of Youth Council Summit.
Hello, everyone.
Hello.
As you know, May 4th, we had our Youth Council Summit, and we have some in-house things that we need to do. And I wanted to have a discussion in terms of what did it meet your expectations? Is there things you wish you would like to see? And is this something where you want to move forward with next year?
Unfortunately, I wasn't able to stay for the entire event, but while I was helping out with the rest of our members here, kind of, setting up the event and making sure everything is in its place, I really thought it was well organized. I thought it was a beautiful setting. So from my perspective, even though I wasn't there for the entire event, I really did. I really liked what I saw that day. So I am really grateful that I had the opportunity to work with the city of Miami on that. So.
Personally, I thought like the speakers that we had that night were really great. I felt like the students that were there were really engaged. They felt really motivated, really inspired by the speakers. And so I think it's a valuable kind of event that we should be doing every year and we should improving on. And I feel like as we do it through the years, it can grow even bigger. We'll have more attendance. So I definitely think it should be a recurring event for the city.
I agree with Mayor. It was a very well event. I believe the speakers were also very well spoken. The students were engaged. If there was anything we could do different, maybe time different so that we can get more people in on time. Definitely promoting. But besides that, the event was great. We were able to network. I saw people take a lot of pictures. It was very beautiful. I really do hope we can continue and do this every year.
I agree. Most kids were near the front. They were listening. There wasn't like too much chatter going on back, and like they said, it was very engaged. But like Vice Mayor said, it is important that we also need to work on timing.
I agree as well. I think it was an amazing event, and we also brought a lot of awareness, but I feel like it should be done like not on a school night, because that time we also had AP testing. So I feel like that will be definitely an improvement if we could change the time.
I do agree with city manager. A lot of people that wanted to attend, I know they did have AP testing the next morning, so they couldn't attend because they were either spending the night studying or sleeping early. So if we do this again, I really hope it's on a Friday night or another night that isn't a school night, so that we can get more students involved where school wouldn't be an issue, or unforeseen circumstances won't be in place.
If possible, maybe sometime around April, because most of the end of year testing does finish around mid-May. So maybe like a Friday on April, because again, this event, and continuing the trend of offering resources to the youth. That's which was the main goal with this event, and I thought it was pretty successful. So just making the timing more available, April, it would result in greater attendance.
Another thing is I do want to acknowledge the people who were involved in this event. To our host, Kamara Thompson. She's the founder of Tech LLC. To our moderator, Jefferson Knoll. He's the founder of Barbershop Speaks. He's also an author and teacher, and at the event we did get a copy of his book. Our keynote speaker was Vice Mayor, of course. We had an amazing panelists, our very own City Council member, Cassandra Timothy. We had John Lorfields. We had Dr. Shirley Platten. They did an amazing fire chat with Jefferson Knowles. I want to thank our sponsors, Magellan Housing, the Knights of Columbus, Major League Events and Entertainment, Solomia, Chef Creole, who gave us amazing food. And also we had some vendors.
The Hive Miami was one of them.
The Hive Miami,
Miami-Dade
was there.
College Honors.
Citrus.
Miami-Dade College, and Citrus. They were all there, and we're very thankful to them for being a part of this event. Everybody played a collective role in making it a success. I thank you guys for showing up and helping set up and engaging. I did put a request in the group chat. I'm not going to repeat what it was, but if you guys could follow and please make sure that that was the request from one of our sponsors, and we always want to say thank you to sponsors and do the requests as they ask, because we would like them to sponsor again. So if you guys could assist with that. So that's the wrap up. Oh, and thank you to Parks and Recreation. They allowed us to set up, and they helped with the setup, and they accommodated us. So thank you so much, and to everybody that played a role. So thank you.
Do I hear a motion to pass?
Yes, I motion to pass this.
Okay, all in favor?
Aye.
Aye.
I know we passed the motion with no motion, but I wanted to say, do you guys want to propose a new date for the next one now, and so that we could start the planning, and we can see if the Galvin Center is available for this future event in 2024?
Oh no.
For maybe I'm looking at the calendar right now. Maybe the 19th of April. That's a Friday. So, and it's a little towards the end of the month, which I believe everyone should be done with, like, testing and.
April 19th, could you give me another date as a suggestion? Since it's in April, we have the 5th, the 12th, the 19th, and the 26th. Typically, you guys go into testing, in May? Is it okay if we try to do it earlier in April so that there isn't any interference with you guys being able to test?
Right.
And you could solely focus on testing towards the end of the month, going into the new month? So maybe April 12th?
Yeah, April 12th. I'm sorry. I was thinking of middle year testing. I don't know. Yeah, April 12th.
And let me just check. Okay, so I'll check. I'll try to get it reserved for April 12th. If that doesn't work, then I'll revisit the 19th. Okay. Okay. Thank you.
Okay, so do we have any additional comments from the council? If not, the tab is open for public comment. And hearing none, seeing none, this public comment is now closed.
The Youth Council Summit is it's their initiative to provide resources to empower the youth of our community by giving, similar to what you're doing in terms of having different vendors, having positive conversation. This one was dedicated to empowering the youth, building a plan. So just to have the discussion that you don't have to necessarily have a plan now, but you have to work towards something, do the little things to make sure that the bigger things later on are done. So it was really just about empowering the youth and giving them resources that they normally wouldn't have access to.
And who comes to that?
Youth.
And it's open.
It's open where we target Generation Z, because I think it's age 12 to 27. So that's the target range.
Okay.
Mm-hmm.
So it's similar to the event that I'm putting up on Saturday.
Mhm. I'm sorry, yeah, I have to talk into the microphone. Yeah.
I was just I don't know, my wheels were spinning about putting something that I can also assist in. My program can assist in. I know that we have the parks, but we also have the FIU buildings. So, or one or the other or both, or in any way that our program can help, which we have the same mission, it seems like. So,
That's a conversation we can have.
yes.
Yeah, definitely.
Okay.
Okay, Madam Clerk, can we proceed with tab B?
Tab E is
Tab C.
Tab C. Discussion item regarding partnership with Waste Pro to reduce plastic.
Okay, hello everyone. Before I start on the item, I would like to say Bon Fête Drapeau, Happy Haitian Flag Day. It is on May 18th, but we will not be here, so I would just like to say that, and also Happy Haitian Heritage Month. Woo. But back to the item, I would like to discuss having a partnership with Waste Pro to reduce plastic waste in our city. I know many people, I know the topic has been widely discussed about straws and stuff like that, but some people actually do not know that they should even be separating their plastic trash from the regular trash. I know Waste Pro does have resources and guidelines as to as far as throwing away plastics and stuff like that, in order so that they can properly recycle it. So I was hoping that we can discuss potential partnership with them, and therefore set something in motion, whether it's have more flyers or something like that, so people know what they can actually throw away, or getting trash cans, the recycle bins near schools and stuff like that. I know you can find them at around like big corporate stores like Publix and stuff like that, but maybe also looking to see if we can get them near small businesses and stuff like that, so people aren't just throwing away the single-use plastics in the regular trash bins, that they're actually recycling them, and we can reduce the amount of plastic waste that is in our city.
Can I make a suggestion before you guys go into the talking points, your discussion? A partnership with Waste Pro is fine, but if we could expand it to where we have a sustainability department that deals with stuff like that, and we also have code that has a sanitation division within it that deals with stuff like that. I think it's a more direct and accessible approach.
Yes.
I think Waste Pro can be brought in later on, but I think if you're gonna do a flyer or any of that we should visit the internal departments that we have that already have programs in place and look to see if we can partner with them, because I think it's more feasible to do that, because Waste Pro is an external company.
Yeah.
And maybe when we're doing our annual cleanups, or because I know that they like to bring out the big truck to dispose of certain things, we could probably partner up with that. But if this is something you want to do long term, I think it would be beneficial to you guys to try to partner internally.
Yes, definitely. Thank you. Yeah, if we can look into partnering with our internal departments, and definitely see if that can happen, because Waste Pro is it's an external business. So if we can look into having that in place with the departments we do have now with code and sustainability, if you guys will be willing to look into that, so that it's something that we can have in place long term and be beneficial to the city.
As for Waste Pro, I think like the most ideal option would be similar to the Earth Day event. How we did, it's like specialty disposing services aside from recycling, like e-waste, batteries and things like that. I feel like that's where we would bring Waste Pro in. And as for like I feel like educational resources, so over recycling, I feel like flyers is kind of counterproductive. It's not that environmentally friendly. So like a paperless option, using our social media or even local television networks or et cetera to promote ideal recycling practices.
Yeah, definitely. If we could look into as you said, like on television, flyers, and socials, because I know, especially if we're trying to get the youth engaged, that the technology is where it's at, and the flyers and stuff, the physical would be counter to the whole goal of it. So if we can definitely work that out and have it, maybe if we can also see if we can get a clip or something on Nomi TV, so that those who are watching know, hey, it's a reminder, please separate your trash, clean up, don't throw stuff out your car windows, stuff like that. Yeah.
So do we have any additional comments from the council? Okay. If not, the tab is now open for public comment. Lovely.
Christine Carney, 1600 Northeast 126th Street. No. So with Parks and Rec, we offer a lot of different things outside of what you just think of what we do. So sustainability is something that we take pride in, because if it wasn't for that, none of our parks would be here. So we have a lot of opportunities internally, like Patricia said, and some of the things you mentioned. I think one thing which you said, which you're District 4. Okay.
I'm technically District 3.
Okay, District 3, sorry. So District 3, what they have done in the past is getting the word out and make it more of an educational component, because a lot of people don't know about those things. And even the people that do know about them still will do it anyways. But I think that's a good opportunity, but also with you guys, not just for you, but if you wanted to spread the word through with your students or with your classmates, we have a lot of opportunities for park cleanups. We have a ton of parks that need park cleanups, not just Earth Day and, Arbor Day and Coastal Cleanup Day we should be doing this year round.
Yeah.
So those opportunities are always there. If anyone ever wanted to coordinate something like that, we'd be open to having, you guys at one of our parks, we can do our streets, we could go into the community. So we can help accommodate those things. Sustainability is just one person. She is within a department, but she is one person for sustainability. So between her and I, we try to work together within our department. So because we have more of the manpower, we're utilizing the green team, some things like that they do often within code. So there's a lot of opportunity out there, and I think that would be a good initiative and good cause for you or all of you combined. And we're always looking for cleanups. We do volunteer hours, we double volunteer hours for different events. So those things a lot of students don't have the time. They can get double the amount of time when they only come out one day. But they're also helping the community. So that's it.
Yes, definitely. Parks and Rec. If we can, I heard you mention. I heard you mentioned that she mentioned that they do have their cleanups and stuff like that. So if we can have one, or also spread the word about those cleanups and get the youth engaged. And as she said, and I did mention, some people do not even know how to do those, and others just ignore it. So if we can get those people active and actually pursue it, then it would be better for our city. If not just sustainability, if we could also code and Parks and Rec, that would be great.
So do we have a motion?
I motion.
I second.
What's the motion?
I motion to pass the tab regarding the sustainability and recycling awareness program in partnership with Waste Pro.
In partnership with who? With Parks?
Parks and
Rec.
Okay.
I second.
Okay, the motion passes with a 4-0 vote.
Yes.
Tab D. Right? All right, discussion item regarding safety swimming program.
A couple of years ago, 2-3 years ago, I started an initiative. I call it Project Let's Float. And basically, one of my main goals is just to raise water safety awareness, considering that we are in South Florida, we are surrounded by water. As someone who's been, surrounded by water all my life, I've been swimming, and it's just surprising how high the number of people our age, how many of them don't know how to swim, and it is a survival skill. Even though we're a little older than 14, but I thought I should just put this fact out there. Drowning is the leading cause of children 14 and under. The second leading cause, and it is the leading cause for children under 4, which those are very scary numbers. I think a little over 4,000 people on average yearly do pass due to incidental drowning incidents. That's on average 11 people a day. And so in order to kind of combat those numbers, I wanted to see if in the summer where children are, the youth, they're free to go to, the pool and learn, just offer kind of, I know we already have a water safety program in place, but I want to offer, instead of actually like physical swim lessons, offer also some like a water safety presentation, whether maybe not in the summer, but maybe at schools as well, where we talk about the dangers of the dangers of not knowing how to swim, or just give them some kind of information on how they can join our water safety presentation. I'm sorry, program, because although we do have a program, I would like to see what we can do to kind of increase the numbers of like participation, and by offering those water safety presentations and maybe like small presentations on how to do CPR, just so they get an idea. I feel like that would make a great difference, and just kind of make people more aware of the program that we have in place. And then sometime in the summer, I'm not sure if we're able to do it, but I wanted to see if we can have just a day, like an event, where we offer these introductory lessons, just free of charge. Like kids can come and they can get a feel of what it's like, kind of to learn. It'll be, they can have like water games, but also just like a small, like 30-minute session on how, like small introductory skills for swimming. Just like I said, to give them a feel of what services we offer, and then they can, start signing up, and that'll increase like the number of participation in the water safety presentation that we, I keep saying presentation, water safety program that we have in place. So I wanted to see if it was possible.
Good evening, Christine Carney, Parks and Recreation Interim Director. So Anna, a few things. I think you're right. All the statistics you said, and the people people are either scared of water or don't know how to swim, especially living in South Florida. We're surrounded by water, not just, we have people, our neighbors have pools, and we may not have one, but our neighborhood or our complex or anyone could have a pool, right? And a lot of people can get into them and not know how to swim and not know what the consequences are. But to answer your question, yes, I think we can have a day like that. We are having a day in July. You guys, you're not aware of this yet, but July is Parks and Recreation Month. And we are going to offer a day in July where people are going to be able to come into the pool kind of in a retro way, very minimal fee, if not anything, if not a fee at all, just to get people to realize that Sasso Pool is there. A lot of people that live in the neighborhood, I'm not going to ask everybody here, but if you all live in North Miami, if you didn't know that there was a pool in Sasso Pool, some people just didn't even know that it's there. So one, getting people familiar that it's there, it's open, what times we have activities, what times we have programs, and just letting them know that we are there. We do offer swim lessons. You can come in for free swim too, not free meaning no cost, meaning free open swim. We also are going to receive a grant in the next couple months from the county. Not a lot of people know about that one yet because we haven't gotten I've gotten an informal letter. So we'll be able to offer swim lessons at no cost to a lot more students of all ages. I think it would be great to be able to go into the schools and have conversations about not just water safety, but the programs, or even leading up to job possibilities. You're one. You are an prime example of somebody that enjoys swimming, someone that you can make a living off of it, or even just a part-time job if that's what you want. You could do a lot of things with it. So there's some opportunities that people don't know. To me, it was one of the most fun that I had growing up as a kid. So I love it when someone else experiences those types of things. So to make sure that the youth of North Miami are aware of the programs. I think it'd be great to go into the schools, and that'd be something we can definitely work out with you guys in talking to the schools, not just about water safety, but it's about other opportunities, that the good and the bad that can come around water and the pools and things like that.
Right. Also, I wanted to extend a bit the idea of going to schools and talking about the program that we offer. For the schools, North Miami High, North Miami Senior High, ATM, that is it possible, like, kind of to organize, not like a school-wide presentation, but just like kind of a small presentation where we offer like we said before, the maybe like flyers on the events provided this summer for the water safety program, and then also kind of a water safety presentation where we talk about the statistics that I mentioned there, and then also a small introduction to CPR and what to do in a situation like that, because that's also something that I feel more people should be aware about, considering how important this is to, because it can happen anywhere. Just knowing how to do at least the basics of CPR, it can save lives. So is it possible to kind of like instill that?
That's a little bit of a different area when you go into the schools, because someone isn't electively choosing to go through that, right? Like
Right.
doing a presentation and just explaining something, that's fine. We can go and talk about the few steps that it takes for CPR. But when people hear the CPR certifications and things like that, it becomes a certification. If we taught young kids, we would hope that we would certify them, right? I don't want to have a conversation and explain, this is what it is, this is what it would take to do CPR. And then you're not certified and you're like, oh, I learned that's in my class, I'm going to go do it, you know? So that it just gets to a little bit more of a liability issue, if that's the word we can use. I think that's something definitely the school system could probably teach, especially in PE. I don't know what the curriculum is like anymore in schools, but when I was in school, which was a long time ago, but we did learn that. And we did get certified in school. We elected to, right? If that was something we wanted. But then there's also fees that are associated. So it's a little bit more complicated when it comes to the CPR certification. Or even just talking about it, because it can become a liability.
All right then.
But I think it's a good approach, and maybe not from a city side on our side, but or we can offer those classes, maybe offering classes to the youth or to high school age students. That really comes with your lifeguard certification too. So once you become lifeguard certified or water safety, you learn those things because you have to.
Right.
But we could probably offer, but when it goes into the school, it becomes a little different. But I think that's something you might want to talk to your schools about. You know, maybe, I don't know how they interact with the Board of Education, and does it, eventually get to that point.
All right. Also, I'm so sorry. Can you repeat the day, July?
I haven't picked up a day.
Oh,
So
okay.
it's okay. That's why you'll know probably once you go to when you go to the pool by June 1st.
Oh,
We are, July, the whole month is Parks and Rec month. So the month is recognized within the Parks and Rec professional that it's a month of celebration. So we do a variety of things, very minimal, not minimal cost, but something to bring awareness to what we do within Parks and Rec, and you guys enjoying, or people enjoying, the amenities that the city offers within the parks.
Okay. Thank you so much for coming. I really appreciate your
No
input.
No problem.
Personally, I mean, I was lucky enough to learn to swim at a really young age, and I definitely love how to swim. I come from a family of people who love how to swim, but I've seen some of my friends and some of my other family members who don't, and they're adults not knowing how to swim. And although there are many resources offering these swim classes that are pretty accessible or even free, they're intimidated by from the first place. And something you brought up that I really like was a short introductory session of even getting in the water. Maybe that might convince some people to take that leap and take those classes. So I think that idea is actually pretty interesting, and I think something we should explore.
I definitely agree, because growing up, we weren't brought around the water much. I do have siblings, and I know a lot of people who can't swim, and although they do not know how to swim, they like to go to the pool parties, or they like to go and take pictures near the beach. They don't know how to swim, and I feel like that is a big issue, especially because I know a few people firsthand that have been victims to drowning, and that would definitely be something that we would like to implement. But I do have a question though. Are you speaking more as a program or something you have long time, or is it just like an event that you would like to do?
Considering that we, thankfully, we do have a water safety program here at North Miami, I was thinking just like an event, like a one day, like an introductory to what our program offers, and then prior to that, kind of some kind of raising of awareness of the program that we have, because not many people know that we do offer those services. So, yeah.
Oh, do we have any additional comments from the council? If not, okay. You're good.
I wanted to say that I definitely agree. I myself don't know how to swim. I didn't have the opportunity to learn how to swim, and I feel like her Anna's idea is a really good idea.
Sorry. I just want some more clarity. Are you looking to promote the event, the program we currently have in place, and then potentially have an event on it, or?
Yes, kind of raising awareness of the program that we have in place, and then the event that I was talking about, just kind of getting people in the water, just like letting them have a feel for it, and just, because the first step is to actually go outside and to get in the water and to move around and to splash, that's one of the first things that you're taught as a water safety instructor. One of the first lessons, if you ever go to some lesson, is to, just splash, like see how you feel. We're not teaching you any skills, but just like get a feel for the water. We know it's cold, but you'll get used to it, have fun, kick, and then that's once they kind of get a feel for that, then they would hopefully if they enjoyed their time at the event, sign up for the swim lessons.
Any extra comments? If not, it's now open to public comment. And hearing none, seeing none, public comment is now closed. Madam Clerk, how do we vote?
Pass. Right? I don't know. Do you
Motion.
guys all agree? District
I
one?
motion,
Oh.
I motion to,
Okay, I have a motion.
I motion to pass the introduction to water safety event.
And I second that motion.
Okay. The motion passes. And then now we're on to tab E, discussion item regarding implementation of tutoring program.
Thank you. Do I start?
The last one.
Okay. Hi. So I want to start a tutoring program, mostly geared towards elementary students, taught by high schoolers. Because kids can mostly benefit from one-to-one tutoring, and I know when I tutored before, it was in a whole classroom full of little kids staying after school, and I feel like most of them, like, I've seen kids like where all of them have the exact same answer even though it's wrong. So I feel like they're trying to like either gear off of each other, trying to copy each other. So I feel like if we help them separately, then they're more towards learning. They're not going to try to be talking to each other. And if we do it towards high schoolers, to help the kids, we can create a poster, sent to high school historians to post on the main school Instagram account, to reach out to the high schoolers to help little kids, although we would need to find a place to do it. And whatchamacallit. So we can have it shared through social media, through a post, to help little kids one-on-one. So if they easily get distracted, have troubles, or mostly benefit through one-on-one. Thank you.
I definitely do agree with opening the resources to one-on-one tutoring. especially growing up with a brother who has ADHD. He doesn't learn in the classroom. And so I found it more effective when I taught him, just us two in a room. I feel like that was more effective, and it actually stuck with him. So I definitely agree on your idea.
I definitely agree that one-on-one teaching is the most effective method, but I think some things to consider are first, not everyone's learning approach is different. So logistically, and every teacher has a different teaching style. So how would we I think it would be a kind of costly and difficult way to tailor education to everyone. So although it is the best option, I feel like the reason why group tutoring and that exists, it's because it's the most accessible and free way. Because we also have to acknowledge that this community is low income, made of immigrants, and I feel like just giving them the access to those resources in the first place is the way to start. And maybe in the future we can do those one-on-one tutorings.
I don't want to completely shut it down. I think there's something that we can look into. Maybe through partnership with the library. We have a Team of Hope partnership that we approved last session. So maybe that's something we can explore through them. Now, if one-on-one isn't an option, I still think it's a good idea to do a tutoring program to elementary school kids, because that is the age that you want to grab them. And with classrooms being so large, sometimes they do need that one-on-one, that extra time to really understand what they just learned, and creating a study pattern. Maybe it's not necessarily teaching them the course, but teaching them steps that they can do to study better, to understand better, so that they create a pattern so when they get older. And if it works out with the one-on-one, we could probably expand it to middle school and even high school. Sometimes peer-to-peer tutoring works as well. I think it's a great idea that we should explore and maybe expand and see if it's even possible.
I do definitely agree. Like Patricia said, I was wondering if we could do it through a partnership, definitely, because that would also help with, like you said, the funding concerns. Maybe if we are having, for little kids, where we have high schoolers teach the little kids, instead of making it as a job opportunity, have it as a community service, that the high schoolers can get community service in return of aiding those students that need it. And I also have a few questions on how you would like it to be done, or like, do you want it, because I know some students don't work well in large crowds and stuff like that. So is it something that is it a limited amount of students, or have it multiple days with different people?
I feel like it would depend on the amount of high schoolers, and we can definitely do it on different days, depending on when a student needs help and how many kids are available to help that day.
One thing I wanted to ask: Are you thinking of doing the tutoring in the school? Is that?
I need to find a place, but it's possible if I could convince the school to do it, to do the tutoring at a school.
Because maybe, like, I wanted to suggest, I know you mentioned the possibly doing it at the library, the North Miami Library. Maybe you can have like workshops where it's open to everyone, and the high schoolers who want to teach, they can like sign up, and like you said, just like to bring it like outside of school. So
I definitely agree with Anna on the fact of possibly making it a workshop, but as far as it being in school, we do have the concern of that it is youth to youth, peer to peer, so that they still would need chaperoning and people to be there. So as far as getting it into the school itself, you would need time after school. I know some schools, they have aftercare programs, but they do charge for stuff like that. So having those chaperones and people there would be a concern and something to look into. As far as if you want to do it in a school, the school obviously would have to first agree, but we would have to look in because those adults that would be chaperoning, they wouldn't necessarily be getting community service hours for that. So they would be looking into some funding that would go so that they would stay back and just to look over, oversee the program.
Definitely.
Do we have any additional comments from the council?
I wanted to say when it comes to plays, we could always do it online as well. Zoom 101 is also a great option. So, yeah.
The tab is now open for public comment.
I just wanted to say that a lot of high schools have a club called the Future Educators of America, FEA. And teachers in elementary school usually stay to tutor their kids already. They get paid through Title I funding or some other funding or through ESAC funds. They get paid already. So if you wanted to implement a program like this, I'm just saying an idea could be to contact the FEA sponsors for the high schools or Student Government Association sponsor, like one of the big clubs sponsor that they have to do community service hours. And then also contact elementary school teachers who already maybe stay after school and maybe pair up, like have like a you're doing high school to elementary school, but you could do high school student who wants to be a future educator, pair it up with the elementary school teacher. So it could be like a mentorship program for the teacher and that high school student, and then that high school student attends the elementary school to provide tutoring alongside the teacher who's already doing it. So it'd be like a teacher assistant, but it would be community service hours and additional assistance for that teacher, which I think they would find very helpful.
I think that's a great idea, especially with the demand for teachers that is now going up due to after COVID, and many teachers are now leaving and switching to a different occupation. So having that high school teacher relation, so high schoolers who are interested and do find interest in the field of tutoring, and that partnership with the teachers, so that later on they can potentially become a teacher, and that the getting them actually there would be simpler.
Any other public comments? If not, public comment is now closed. Madam Clerk, how do we vote?
We have a motion to further discuss the item.
Motion, sorry.
Second.
Motion to pass the discussion item regarding the implementation of tutoring program.
Okay, we have a motion to pass.
I second.
How do you vote?
District
Aye.
1,
Pass.
District 2,
Yes.
District 3.
Yes.
District Mayor.
Pass.
Okay, the motion passes with a 4-4 vote.
Okay, first I want to thank our guests for today. Yaritza, thank you so much. And I just want to remind everyone that this Saturday is the resource fair at FIU Biscayne Bay. It's from 9:30 to 1:45, and it's for the entire North Miami Beach community. Lunch is provided, and it's called the It Takes a Village event. So definitely go. And it's also May is also Mental Health Awareness Month. We encourage you to reach out to various mental health resources that are available both in the city and just online, whether it be the suicide hotline or mental health services in our community. I also just want to say, again, Happy Haitian Flag Day and Heritage Month. And also look out for volunteering opportunities at Parks and Rec. What was said is true. It's not just about Arbor Day or Earth Day. This should be an effort that we're doing every day to help our planet. So definitely look for those volunteering opportunities.
Can I add? I would like to shine light, as our mayor did mention, it is Haitian Heritage Month, so the city of North Miami is having multiple events throughout the month. We do have an event on Thursday, Haitian Flag Month. It's the Haitian Flag Celebration at Mocha Plaza. It is at 4 p.m. You will have people like Kenny Haiti, Whiskey Chuck, Alan Cobb. So I believe you can register on the Eventbrite, Patricia. You can register on the
But you don't need to.
yeah, but you don't need to. You can also show, and there's also hold on, another event Friday, May 26th at North Miami Senior High School. It is a Haitian month comedy show with Success Junior and Friends. That one I believe you do have to register via the Eventbrite. So you can also look at our socials and go to the North Miami FL Instagram page and online to see more resources, or on Eventbrite to register as far as more information and stuff like that for the events.
To piggyback off of that, as our mayor did say, it's Haitian Heritage Month, but it's also Mental Health Awareness Month. There is we had a lunch and learn at the beginning of the month, which also was May 4th, but we also have another health forum, mental health forum that's going to be happening on the 25th at the Galvin Center. It's from 5 to 8 p.m. It's a free event. It's first they're going to do a screening, and then they're going to do a forum. So if you're able to go, I think the topic is always interesting because it's talking to, since it is Haitian Heritage Month, it's talking to the community, and it's talking about the taboos and the do's and don'ts about mental health in the community to bring light to it, because it's not something that our community really embrace. So, but I do think that the more education and the more you talk about it, then it becomes more accepted in the community. So if you're able to attend, I suggest you attend.
Yes, please do. I was granted the opportunity to attend the Lunch and Learn and speak more and learn about the taboos behind mental health. It is, like she said, Haitian Heritage Month, so I, as a first generation Haitian American, it is not something talked about often in our community at all, and if anything, they try their best not to mention it or teach the youth about it, and the lack of education is just there, and it shouldn't be. So please attend and educate yourselves. There are resources online, even if you can't attend the events, to just not be ignorant to the things of the world, especially mental health awareness, because in the health field, it's not just the physical health that matters, but also mental health. That is important. Stress, stuff like that, those are parts of mental health, not just physical. So if you guys can, please attend, and also just to let you guys know, there are resources online to please look into.
One last thing I'd like to mention. One organization that I am aware of that helps with mental health and just wellness overall is You Matter Official. It's on Instagram, and they do offer weekly tips and strategies to deal with stress or burnout. So if that's something you want to look into, you can. So.
Okay, so
I want to say something. So, we do have a graduate among us. Our mayor, Humana, is graduating. She's been accepted into college. I'm going to allow her to announce where she is going, and I want to say congratulations. I'm very proud of you. You're my little baby for 2 years. So I'm proud of you. I didn't give her permission to go away, but I'm letting you go away because I understand you have to do greater things out there. So congratulations on your graduation.
Yeah, congrats.
Yeah, I'd like to formally announce that I'll be attending Washington University in St. Louis in the fall. So I'll be moving from North Miami to St. Louis. I'll be majoring in economics, and I just want to say how pivotal this opportunity was for my growth and obviously getting into college. I am just eternally grateful. I feel like, and I don't talk about this often, but I feel like being part of the youth council really helped me blossom into myself. I feel like a lot of people won't believe this, but I was honestly an introvert. Like, I didn't like socializing or public speaking or anything of that sort. But I feel like this was a really empowering experience, and just it was so validating to be allowed to speak about such important issues and be given a pedestal to do something about it. So, you know, this is for all the kids who aren't in the youth council and are looking into joining it. There's a lot to gain out of it too. So
Oh, don't cry, Patricia. Don't cry.
don't cry, Patricia. Don't cry.
Okay, I really do. Congrats.
Thank you.
I really do hope we stay in contact.
Yeah.
You are great overall in
Thank you.
that you would support youth council and still come out to our events. Even though
Yes.
you're gonna be very, very
Far.
far.
Yeah.
But I do support you, and I'm happy that you will be leaving, unfortunately. But
So, yeah.
yeah, as our mayor said, the youth council has allowed not just mayor but also me. I'm not sure about the personal experiences our other council members to break out of our shells and also grow for the youth that is watching and looking forward to joining. That it is a great opportunity. I will miss you dearly. Please visit,
Yeah.
please.
Yes.
Yeah.
Thank you. Thank you. And one last thing, I don't wanna make Patricia cry even more, but something I just think about a lot. Again, as I'm graduating, I reflect a lot on last year, with our loss of our beloved Alyssa, and that she was the city clerk last year. And it was definitely hard for me then, to be honest, in the past year. But now I just, like, this just means a lot more to me now. You know, graduating and moving on to this next chapter of my life, because she didn't get that, but, you know, her presence was definitely an impact on mine and everyone that surrounded her. So it's another thing that I'll carry with me. And I'll do my best to honor her when I graduate and when I move on to bigger and better things.
When is your graduation, if you have a date?
My graduation is on May 26th at, I believe, 2 p.m. at UCF Stadium, but it will be live broadcasted. I'll share more information on my social medias if I get the.
Once again, congratulations, Jimena. WashU, that's like insane. So you are very well spoken, very outgoing, and everyone here in this room knows that you're gonna go far. So we wish you the best of luck.
Thank you so much. So, you know, the meeting's coming to a close. It's been a really productive meeting. I thank everyone for coming, having a great discussion. And I'd like to motion to adjourn today's meeting. Does anyone second the motion?
Second.
Thank you.
How do you vote?
Yes.
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 Yeah.